Welcome! One of the reasons I don't play a lot of mobile games is I don't really like the touchscreen controls. In general, they just don't work that well. What I need is a backbone, but I don't have £100 to spend on it when it's just going to be a novelty. Fortunately, my favourite Oriental website has a cut price bargain for just £10. That's right, I've been on AliExpress again. Let's have a look at what I got. To the table. Rightio, here we have it, mobile game controller. If there's anything remarkable on the back here, I'm not going to go through the product specs because it won't mean a great deal to me anyway. And you can never trust it. So let's get it open. Nice battered box, thank you post office. That's on the side. So we have a charger cable, hopefully it's got some charge in it. That's a USB to USB-C, that's good. Instructions in English as well as that one, that's handy. And the actual device. Now I did choose a white one to check out, so that's okay. We didn't have the red and blue in, and I didn't really care anyway. So here it is, very, very light, extremely light. But I've got to say, it feels like I paid 10 or 15 quid for it. It's, the thumbsticks aren't too bad. So you can hear, these are quite clicky. And it should, that's how you put your phone in it. Right. There's no plug port inside here. It's perfectly smooth. So I suppose the idea is it'll put any phone in it and it just connects through Bluetooth. I'm gonna have a quick look at the instructions and we'll get it connected. Okay, so I've got it connected after reading the instructions and much swearing. Turns out you have to hold the power button and the B button when you're turning it on. Just a little foible there, but a bit annoying. So I've got it connected and we need to try it with a game. Now I don't actually play a lot of games on my phone, so I loaded up Sonic earlier. This is Sonic CD, which I do really want to play actually, but I don't like the touch controls, so I'm hoping this will get me playing it. And we've got an advert because I'm tight and got the free version. Give me a second. Right, so here we are. Good old Sonic the Hedgehog. It's the only game I've got on my phone at the moment, so let's see if it works. Oh, look at that. Seems relatively responsive. Oh, you can use the D-pad style buttons. That jumps. I assume they all just jump, to be honest. I forgot to mention when I was unboxing earlier, by the way, it's also got back buttons, which I don't need for Sonic, but I could try it with something else later. So, right, let's just have a little play. I'm going to go to the D-pad because that's how I'm used to playing the game. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, this is actually, so far, I mean, yes, don't get me wrong, it feels like real cheap rubbish in the hand. But put that aside, it feels like an okay controller. Isn't it responsive enough? Not noticing any massive bits of lag or anything. I'm just messing around with it at the minute. I mean, obviously Sonic's all about speed anyway, so you need it to be fairly good on the timings. This is fine. Look, I'm not saying it's going to be the same experience as I'd get with an expensive £100 backbone, but for what I'm playing it as, I haven't really got any complaints. Seems to be relatively responsive. Ooh. I mean, I'm not very good at the game, but that's not the controller's fault. So look at, see how it gets so for lag. Too bad. I can notice some, but all in all, this is all right. not uncomfortable to hold in the hand. I don't feel that my phone's unsecure either. It's, you know, it's in there quite firmly. So obviously I wouldn't want to break a mobile phone just because I cheaped out on a controller. That wouldn't save me money in the long term. This is alright. I'm in a special stage now. Okay. So far so good. I wonder if I can get it to work on my iPad. Right, I've just connected it to my iPad the same way, now I know how. And it's working absolutely fine. Exactly like it did when it was connected to my phone. Now, I prefer to play games on the iPad. I mean, I don't play a lot of mobile games anyway, but if I do, then the iPad's my preference because of the bigger screen. As before, I'm not noticing any masses of input lag at all. This is alright. Okay, I'm going to try a different game. Right, so as you can see, I've now got this set up on TMNT Shredder's Revenge. And this is what, jump, back up, special attack, which I've just wasted, but never mind, punch. This is actually much better. So I've been playing this for about 15-20 minutes because it's a game you can get for free on your phone or your iPad, as you can see on this case, with your Netflix. And I'm going to do a video about the Netflix games, which is going to be out on Wednesday. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Cheeky little self-promotion there. This, I've got to tell you, is tons better than the touchscreen controls. Honestly, absolute tons better. I cannot tell you how much better this is. I'm really impressed. I actually feel like I'm just playing a game on a console almost now. Like this could be my Switch in stand mode. Tabletop mode, that's the word I was looking for. This is so much better than it was trying to play it previously. This is actually really good. And look, it's a beat 'em up, so you need to get your attacks and timings relatively good. This is fine. Excellent. Right, let's have a chat. So there we go. 10 quid, I think with tax, because it was free shipping, it came to about 12 quid in total. That's a lot less than £100. And I can't really see that it does anything differently than the others would. Yes, it feels like the cheapest plastic in the world. Honestly, I think Coca-Cola bottles are made out of better quality plastics than this. But hey, it was 10 quid. It works. The input lag was very, very minor. I dare say with an expensive £100+ one, I might not get that, but then I spent £100+ and I didn't want to. This works fine for me. I do have to charge it, obviously, to use it. Whereas the backbones, I think you don't have to. I don't actually know the answer to that. Let me know if you do in the comments. Do you have to charge a backbone, or does it run off the phone's power? And it does mean that when it's inside here, because it's just rubber holders, you can't charge the phone while you're playing it, unless you put it down and use it tabletop mode Switch style. Then you just use this as a controller, a bit like I did with my iPad. Then you could charge this and a device. It's quite comfortable to hold. Got, you know, little ergonomical things back there to grip onto. Not bad at all. Buttons are spaced enough apart. It just feels very cheap. That's the only thing you've got to get past. Once you recognise it's going to feel cheap but it does the job, don't have a problem with it at all. And playing Shredder's Revenge, that was game changing for me, because I've got a video coming up soon, possibly Wednesday. I was looking at my calendar then, by the way. Yeah, possibly Wednesday, which will show you some of the Netflix games you can play for free. I played it for about 15-20 minutes to research that video, and I just hated the touchscreen controls. But playing this, felt like I was playing it on my Switch in tabletop mode. No problem at all. In fact, I probably played it for about half an hour or so before I sat down to record this segment, because I was having a good time. All in all, look, would I recommend this? No, I'm not going to put a link in the description or anything like that, because it is cheap Chinese crap and it probably won't last very long. But for 10 quid, I'm more than happy with it. For something I don't plan to use very much at all, it's there if I want it and I'm okay with it. If you're a serious gamer who wants to use a serious controller, well, you probably wouldn't use your mobile phone anyway, would you? unless you're using it to stream from your PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4, in which case you're going to want to buy something more expensive. Let me know what you think. Is this the sort of thing you'd invest in just to use occasionally? Or do you think, you know what, you're better off getting what you pay for and buying something expensive? I'm okay with it, but I'm not a big mobile phone gamer, so you guys out there who spend a lot of time, be it streaming from your PlayStations, Xboxes, whatever, let me know. Is it worth paying more for a proper device? Until next time, I'll see you soon. We're going to look at Netflix Games Wednesday. I've got a Friday video coming up, Saturday video coming up. I've got loads. So if you want to press subscribe, now's a really good time because I'm bunging out a ton of content as much as I can every week right now. Until then, I'll see you soon. Ta-da!